All right, Backpack Radio. We here with another one. We got your very own Mike Fight, Shug in the building with the fuck your feelings, nigga.
Y'all know what it is.
All right. So I want to ask you where you from and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, so I'm a Grady baby out of Atlanta, raised in Augusta, now resident of Fayetteville 26, North Carolina. You know what it is. And salute to everybody from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? State to state, city to city. Yes,
What
sir.
person influenced you to become a promoter or a host?
As far as a promoter or a host?
Yeah.
I tell you what, all the promoters around the world, as far as on the promotion end, because a lot of promoters, they looking out for their pocket. I'm looking out for not even necessarily my pocket, but just other people in the entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? Giving them an opportunity. So to get their music out, to get that artist development in from doing shows, because a lot of people got good music, they don't have no stage presence or performance. And I mean, showcases is a good way to develop that, but you know, if I put on a promotion, you know, then it gives these people an opportunity that other folks won't, because I'm not charging you to perform. I'm not charging you, you know what I'm saying? We'll make our money off the door or other ways. So all the other promoters that were steadily hitting the artists in the head on entry fees and whatnot, they were, you know what I'm saying, pretty much inspired me to be a promoter. I've been involved off and on behind the scenes and, you know, now in front of the scenes for about 30 years in just entertainment industry as a whole. So, you know, along the lines, I've seen some of the best promoters that you've never heard of, you know, that have gotten rich and got out the game off of the artist, not even necessarily the event. And I just want to put a little difference in there. So that's what inspired me to be more for the artist instead of more for the industry. As far as being a host, I actually had to give that props to Maserati Santana from BMP. You know, watching him do On the Rise TV, you know, being the vice president of the BMP label, Business Minded People, aka Big Mozzie Productions, seeing him, you know, give artists and other entities an opportunity to tell their story and let folks know what's going on. You know, that inspired me to actually get on the hosting part, because I prefer to be behind the camera instead on this side of the camera, if anything. So, you know, salute to Big Mozzie, the whole BMP, Lizzie Yayo, Woo Baby, J Boogie, Block Burner, Uncle Boss, Gracious, you know, just anybody that's with BMP, you know what I'm saying, salute to y'all, keep up that work, you know what I'm saying, I'll be at the lab later.
All right, how did you come up with Mike Fights?
All right, so Mike Fight, there was two rappers in the city that, you know, just had a little Facebook beef. And so I knew one of them, and I know that they have, you know what I'm saying, that credit to really be about what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? So to try to kind of slow the possible violence down in the city, because anything can go left. And so it was like, all right, well look, both of them do music, both of them talking about the other person's music is trash, so let's give them an opportunity to, you know, let the city determine, you know. So I came up with the idea that, because I had a building, access to a building, so I was like, well look, y'all can go verse for verse, song for song, freestyle, however y'all want to do it. So it actually was going to be more like the verses, way back before Versus came out, because this was 2017. And so, you know, one of the artists declined. So it was like, okay, well, there's other artists that have beef when it comes to the music. So let's give them an opportunity. And I hollered at, you know what I'm saying, the crew that I was rocking with, doing promotions with and everything. And we all sat down and it was like, you know, it's pretty much battle rap. Because you got two artists going at it, no matter what format they're going at it, they're still battling to see who's the better one. So we just put it in that kind of format, and that's how Mike Fight started back in March 2017.
I like how you got, instead of them going at it in the streets, you had them go at it on that mic. That was some real classical stuff right there. I ain't gonna much cap.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and moving on, who would you like to work with that you didn't work with yet?
As far as battle rappers?
As far as
or just
events, period.
Events, pretty much, you know, I'm willing to work with anybody. As long as, you know what I'm saying, their intentions is good. You know what I'm saying? If they trying to get over on anybody, like, I ain't trying to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to work with anybody that's trying to work.
What was the best mic fight event out of all your mic fight events? Which one you would say was your best one?
You know what? The one that we just had, April 24th, the return. Even though it didn't turn out how we wanted it to turn out as far as the battles, just the fact that after a 2-year break, you know, we came back and we had as much support in the building. You know, just from the time that I announced it, just the reaction and the feedback and the anticipation of everybody, you know, just the excitement, oh, might fight back, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? That was like, that's what made it the best. Then I had the opportunity to have family involved, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes at the event as well. This is actually the first event that I put together strictly without a team behind me. So I'm proud of this one the most. Not to take away from any of the other ones from beginning to now, because all of them are the best mic fight to me, because it's just, you know what I'm saying, they were successful. We didn't have any violence. People were able to go home. We were able to have people from different sides of town, different type of crews that all had, you know what I'm saying, well, if they had beef with each other, you wouldn't have known it in that room, you know what I'm saying, for however many hours. And just the fact that, you know, it's something for the city, because that's what I created for the city. You know what I'm saying? The city has something that they could be proud of, something, you know what I'm saying, to call their own, another spotlight to be shined on the city to expose the different types of talent that is here, you know, because I'm not from here. You know what I'm saying? To be able to present that opportunity and create something that's a mainstay, just a different angle of the culture that wasn't being honed in on. You know, like, I'm proud of all the events. All the events are my favorite events, you know what I'm saying, just because of all the people that came through.
What was the worst mic fight event?
Ooh, the worst mic fight event? And this was gonna probably get me in trouble, but I'm gonna keep it real. The worst one was when we first attempted the all-female event, Murder, She Wrote. And the only reason I say that is because there was a little bit of sabotage that was attempted behind the scenes with one of our battles. Another battle, you know, the show got to go on some way. So I had to kick out a little extra money on the spot. And then it kind of sparked a little bit of a not a beef, but just a little bit of friction after the event later on Facebook. You know, I had to bring out the asshole side of me, you know, as a result of one of the battles. But it's just, we weren't on top of our game as much as we should have been or could have been. And I'll say more so could have been, because we did everything we should have done, you know, but some things are out of the promoter and, you know what I'm saying, the promoter staff and faculty's control. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is always going to go how you expect it to go when it comes to putting together an event. So I say that one was the worst, because it's just, there was a lot of discrepancies that was going on. It was nothing, you know what I'm saying, nothing about putting together an all-female event had anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just behind the scenes. So other than that, it still was a good event though. Definitely. And salute to everybody that came through that night and that participated in battle, good, bad, or indifferent.
How do you feel when it comes to North Carolina promotion?
We gotta step it up. And I'm saying that as a resident, not a native. We gotta step it up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's here, like, there's never enough promotion. There's never enough support. Regardless of egos and attitudes, like, it don't hurt to collaborate and network with other folk. And that's where I think a lot of places, not just North Carolina, I think that's where a lot of places fall short. Is you just, I mean, it's not a North Carolina thing, it's not a California thing, it's not a New York thing, it's not an Atlanta thing, it's global. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have some people that just, for whatever reason, and I understand wanting to be your own person and entity and whatnot and be the best and everything, but like, you can have more than one the best. You know, you just gotta figure out a way to coexist with everybody, you know what I'm saying? And not feel like everybody's trying to step on your toes, because it's enough, you know what I'm saying? You look behind me, all that room. How many people you think could fit behind me? Pretty much the whole damn city. If we put a big enough platform out there, the whole state.
Give
You
them
know
a
what I'm
look at a
saying?
view.
So when you look at like that, just metaphorically, like, it's enough room for everybody to get their fair, you know what I'm saying, share or more. You know, it's just you got to put the bullshit down. You know what I'm saying? Just get rid of the bullshit, promote, and stop being lazy. That's the other part. Stop being lazy.
Yes.
Because laziness is just, you know what I'm saying, you lack that opportunity that you're looking for. You're gonna miss something being lazy. If you're supposed to get up at 8 o'clock, get up at 7:30. Because you never know what's gonna happen that's gonna cause a delay. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with North Carolina promotion, it just needs to be more constant, more consistent, you know, and just more involving of everybody, because you never know what angle somebody else, you know what I'm saying, can get you further on. So that's what I say. As far as North Carolina promotion, it's great. North Carolina is definitely on the rise, and you know what I'm saying, making more noise, more now than ever. But we still got a long way to go.
I want to touch on what you said. So basically, you're trying to say the unity of North Carolina have to, like, be more together.
Yeah, it's got to be more solidified.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be more willingness to network and collaborate, because at the end of the day, guess what? You can take $1,500 to put on an event, but if you partner up with somebody, you might only spend $750. The profit margin, you know what I'm saying, widens. So think about that. That's free game. That's business of any sort.
Dropping gems on y'all right now.
You know?
All right. Out of all your mic fights, events, what 5 artists was the best? Got that cough out of him, y'all. I got that.
You trying to get me shut down. You about to get me shut down. Mic fight itself. You got Devi, you got Chuck Raw, you've got Nasty, you've got Karma, and I'm gonna go with I might find alone. Who's gonna be my 5th one? I give it to Juice.
There you have it, y'all.
Yeah.
Now don't take this personal now.
Don't take it personal.
All right. So, I like mic fights. I ain't gonna lie. I watch all your events that you post on your page.
I appreciate that.
And people ain't gonna even know this, but they gonna know now. I known Shug years before I did this. Met you at Summer Sauce.
Which one?
The one we did at Riverside.
Oh, damn.
That was years ago, man.
That was 2016.
It was, yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
Online 17.
Yeah.
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 So pretty much right around the beginning of my fight. That's
Yeah.
when I really started heavily going out to different events. Cause I ain't gonna lie, any event y'all see me at, networking and promoting.
For real.
So
and that's how I met Shug. So just to let y'all know, this way before I even made Backpack Radio.
Part of my memory.
Like, I don't bring nobody on my station if I don't know nothing about them. If I don't, I need to learn about you before I can bring you, because it ain't right.
True.
You know? So
that's respect.
So I have a question for you though.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to be in position to place an artist on your platform that can take them to new heights?
Feels awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just to be able to help somebody, possibly. And I say possible because you never know. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome. Like, just to know that you was able to help somebody get a little further and closer to what, you know what I'm saying, their goal is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 2 words, selfish and selfless. I'm gonna go with the latter. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be selfless because my blessings are gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna come regardless of if a person that I help turns around and helps me back or not. I don't do it for that. You know what I'm saying? Just, how can I help you get further? Because it's gonna help me get further, and it ain't gotta be material, financial. Just, boom, I help you get further, that clears a spot for me to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, you know, it's an awesome feeling. And it doesn't matter if it's acknowledged or not. Oh, that, if it wasn't for that person, then whatever success they got wouldn't be there, because whether it's me or you, if we both interview the same person and they get ahead, we helped.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you got more views than I got. You know what I'm saying? Because that one view, that one sole view that I got compared to your 500 views are still somebody new for that other person. And that person deep down inside, regardless of what they say, they're gonna be like, you know what, damn, all those interviews or all those events, these particular events, you know what I'm saying, deep down inside they brain, you know what I'm saying, they gonna have to admit to themselves that these are some of the stepping stones that help them get further. It's definitely an awesome feeling, you know, to see somebody succeed.
Yeah.
You know, and that you was able to help, you know what I'm saying, get them some exposure or support or whatever at some point on whatever level. You know what I'm saying, minor or major. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's always awesome.
I see career and passion as 2 different things. To me, career is something that you just get paid for. But passion is something that you love and you're willing to do it for free or money. It doesn't matter, because it's something that you love to do. Yeah. So when you do mic fights, is it a career or a passion? Awesome. I really do watch them. I watch them every time you post it, glued into it. I'm one of them eyes that you see as a viewer.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha. I definitely appreciate that. For me, it's definitely not a career. It's definitely not a career. If you only knew the money that goes into putting events like this, just events, period. You know what I'm saying? But these type of events, and it's always a gamble. It's always a gamble. So for me, it would be more of a passion in a sense of the opportunity that it presents for people. Um, you might be just starting out, but for your effort, your craft, and more so your commitment, you're being compensated. When you come to mic fight, in some sort of way, whether you're competing for a cash prize to when we evolved a little bit and you get paid just for showing up and battling, whether you win or lose. So you look at it like that, and people go to other leagues and they're not getting paid. Some of them not even getting paid for their travel. Because, in reality, you gotta think about it. If you work a regular, traditional 9 to 5, they're not giving you gas money to come to work. They're not paying you to come pick up your check. So getting there is really on you. Because you could, I ain't fucking with y'all. I'm gonna take this little $20 over here or go over here and not get paid nothing and just perform for free. Hey, that's your choice. I don't knock it. If you don't want to charge me to battle, hey, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna put something in your pocket. Just, you know what I'm saying, adult to adult morally. You know what I'm saying? It's just right in some ways. And a lot of league owners may disagree with me, but that's what makes us a little different. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the formula we feel that works, and the person's really gonna show up and not finesse us out of the money, why not? You know what I'm saying? With any investment in a business, whether you're in that business because it's a passion or a career, if you go to a traditional job, you can work that whole day and still get fired at the end of it. And you're not getting your full check at the end of that week. Especially on a Monday. So, for me, it's a passion of creating an opportunity for somebody because you never know who's gonna see that. I may be paying $15 to $20 to get up in here, but this is all. You go to the club, you're gonna pay $10 to $20 to get into the club. We got a club-like environment. You know what I'm saying? A little more comfortable for reasons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so just on either end of the spectrum, like, it's a great thing, and to be able to just give people opportunity somewhere to go and not have to worry about no bullshit. Like, that in itself is like something that works on the passionate end of why I'm involved in this. It's definitely not for the money. You know what I'm saying? It's generating income for others. So
How do you keep a solid bond with the people you work with?
just be straight up. Like, either they're gonna accept you the way that you are, either I'm gonna accept them the way that they are, either we're gonna bump heads at times, still get the, job done, or not. So creating a bond is just being myself. You know what I'm saying? Being straightforward. I ain't got nothing to hide, I ain't gotta be sneaky about nothing. It's my company.
Mm-hmm.
Why I gotta lie to you or mislead you or anything like that? Like, you helping me help you.
True.
In some sort of way.
True.
Whether you're gaining experience, you're gaining the connections from the other people that are coming around, whatever. You might have a service to offer that these people can utilize. So you're making money on the side. You know what I'm saying? While helping keep operations running or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. Out of everyone you seen perform at your event, Mic Fights, what artist is overlooked?
Oh. That's a new one. Overlooked. Chuck the Great. There's quite a few that have been overlooked. There's a
Man.
couple of, and one reason I can't really say some of the other names is because they're starting to get noticed,
Okay.
and there's more talk. So I don't want to say their name and make it seem like they haven't. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And not to say that the ones that are getting overlooked haven't been putting in work. It's just people like who they like.
When you get a major promotion budget, what will be your ideal promotion event, and who would you want in that event?
All right, so when you say who I would want in the event, meaning as far as on the battler end,
I'm talking about everything, battling in, promotion in. It don't. This is your.
Oh, man.
It's like an ideal vacation, but inside promotion wise.
so the event itself
The event itself.
would be Alpha and Omega. So that would be the retirement event. So I have everybody, every battler from the very first mic fight.
Wow.
April of 2017, we had 2 events that month. Back then, we started off with 2 events, 2 debut events in 1 month. But I have everybody from the beginning to now, and it just be like probably like some big battle royal type shit. Just
Bringing the WWE
you know
rappers.
what I'm saying? And you just get disqualified when you run out of shit to say. Got the ultimate production I want, then I got my production team as far as the cameramen, because you figure it might be a battle over here, a battle right here, a 1-on-1, a 2-on-2, a 3-on-3, a handicap match. Like you might just see all these battles just going on. You know what I'm saying? And I know from the sound of it, it's like, yeah, but you're not gonna get any clear audio. We would have that worked out.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So on that side of it, as far as the type of people I would want in, I would bring in all the league owners from all over. You know what I'm saying? If you got a battle rap platform, you know what I'm saying, or a league, I'll bring whoever the top dog is in. So that way they can be there to just really, you know what I'm saying, experience it. I mean, so that would be mine. Fantasy, whatever, but you just never know what can happen.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It might not be on that larger scale, but you just bring other people in, network with them.
Okay,
You know
cuz.
what I'm saying? Host them at your event. Like, hey, look, just pull up.
For real.
Look, how much would it cost you to get North Carolina? $200 here. You go $250. That way you can eat on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or that's half towards if you need a room for the night, whatever. But however, like it would just be. I mean, it would be large. It'd be at the Coliseum.
Oh.
Because that's the only place that, you know what I'm saying, that's indoors that's gonna be able to. And then if they let me get control of that venue like I had of my own venue, it's monumental.
Yeah, I can
Like,
feel that.
That's something Smack has accomplished. I ain't saying I'm trying to be Smack, you know what I'm saying, but that's a good role model. That's a good, like, bar, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to aim for if you're doing it for certain reasons. But yeah, I'd have like a big time event like that, and of course, I'd have him there, you know what I'm saying, that'd be like the ultimate VIP. To get him at your event would be, you know what I'm saying, beyond platinum and diamonds.
And at the Coliseum. So
Yeah.
I know you know how big that place is. You know how many people you can fit?
You know how much it costs to rent it?
No, I do not.
I do.
I ain't gonna
I
even
do.
lie. No, I do not.
do.
I can imagine some money though.
And that's the first step, knowing how much you're going to have to kick out. That's pretty much, and for a lot of people, that's a make or break. I got to put out how much to be able to do this.
That's gems right there.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, for me, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'm in the red or I'm in the green, whether I break even. Because just people gonna remember it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You say that you watched all of them, so
Yeah.
that to me, and I'm honored. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows me that we were doing something good. So you know, I appreciate you, and you know what I'm saying, your diehard support. And I appreciate
Oh, yeah.
everybody that's been supported, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Talk shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still gonna make somebody else wonder. Well, let me see for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I might gain a new fan. The event might gain a new fan. The battlers might gain a new fan. You know what I'm saying? Fayetteville might have a new visitor that might be able to make something shake.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In the way that everybody might be, you know what I'm saying, want things to shake. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I can just, you know what I'm saying, try to make the present a little more better until we get there.
Oh yeah,
So,
and you doing a good job at it though. Just to let
appreciate
you know,
that.
man.
I
So
appreciate that.
I know I touched on how you came up with Mike Fight,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to be more of how you was inspired. You probably touched on it when you said that when you had the rappers had beef in the street
Yeah.
and things like that. But is it any more to it?
I mean, initially the inspiration was to create a way for a dispute in entertainment because so many people got talent. So if you got a problem with somebody and it's based off of your talent or your skills, you know, because everybody's a real, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I caught that.
So at some point, somebody's gonna try to make you live up to that.
Mm-hmm.
You can crash out trying to prove it, or you can think smart and be like, okay, how can we shift it to put some more time to let things cool off and both sides get some kind of understanding. But if it ain't no real problem between the people and it's not hyped up by social media and stuff, because that's how things go left, social media. Oh, you gonna let them this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? And so everybody has been, not everybody, but for the most part, people have been programmed that you got to resort to these to resolve a problem. Now you resort to that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, but the passion is still to give opportunities because, of course, off the initial, all right, it wasn't no real beef that was gonna spill over like that. So now, let's just make it a way for people to get an opportunity. You know, to just push the initially the Fayetteville music scene as a whole. You know what I'm saying? From rap, R&B, or whatever. So that's the inspiration to keep it going.
I
And
like
for it
that.
to come back because, well, it's just you never know what folks, you know what I'm saying, what they might need to help further themselves.
Exactly. How important it is to stay humble in your line of work?
For me,
Yes.
just being humble in general
Okay.
is extreme to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural characteristic for me. I got my times where, yeah, I'm gonna get rah, but it's not. It's reason behind that. You know, it's not just no wake up in the morning, oh, I'm gonna cause ruckus. You know what I'm saying? But I think being humble in this line of work, depending on the person that's in this line of work, like it's important because the success that you could gain on it, just building the networking, you know what I'm saying, building the contacts and everything. Like, if you come off as an asshole too much, folks ain't gonna want to work with you. So how can you expand it? How can you make it grow? How can you create longevity in it? You know what I'm saying? So for me, especially in me doing this, I gotta be humble as hell.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've earned the right to be unhumble. And you know what I'm saying? On that, shout out to day one with Unhumble Clothing. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's just, I'm at an age that I gotta be humble just to be able to, you know what I'm saying, withstand and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because to get to the end of my road, yeah, you gotta be humble. Like, my younger days, yeah, I could be unruly all I wanted to, but now it's, I got other people to take into consideration.
Oh yeah.
My actions don't affect just me. They affect any and everybody around me. So I gotta be humble. I gotta look at it, you know what I'm saying, with reserve a lot of times. Now, I'm stand up for my shit and I'm stand on my name. But like when it comes to the business itself, yeah, like anything you say can be the wrong thing, depending on what you're trying to pull off. So yeah, you gotta be humble. Ain't nothing wrong with being humble. It's not It's not saying anything that there's anything less about you than anybody else.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the way you carry yourself. And everybody has a different definition of what being humble is. And you know what I'm saying? That's their right. That's their prerogative. But me, yeah, I'm always gonna be humble. Because this shit this shit could have flopped
Yep.
and stayed that. Might not have built the momentum and created the other lanes that spawned from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not when it did. It might have taken a little longer, if at all. So you just gotta look at all that. I gotta be humble myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
How do you make sure everyone is safe at your events?
Oh, good security. The best. But it's like there's certain perks to being at the event. You look at when people go to the club. What are some of the things that cause problems at clubs? Alcohol, you know what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily too much consumption of the alcohol. It's just other frustrations that come with when you're buying liquor.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I feel like making the environment to where the things you would do at home when you're watching a video for within certain limits. It's things that you could do at the event.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To make it a more relaxed, enjoyable vibe. You know what I'm saying? Of course, your DJ, you know what I'm saying? Keeping good music going in between, just talking with people. Doesn't matter who you are in the room. Hey, you good? You straight? Everything all right? Making people feel comfortable. Like, that's the best security. If somebody feels comfortable being there and you provide entertainment while they're there, another reason why we have the musical performances in between the battles. You know what I'm saying? So that way you're giving somebody more for their money. If everybody's enjoying themselves, it's hard. It's really, really hard. I mean, truly enjoying themselves, it's really, really hard for you not to be safe.
Yep.
But then just, of course, security doing their job at the door initially. You know, and then I had to say my crowds, they have a great respect for themselves as well as for, you know what I'm saying, what we're doing. So they don't come there with that on their, you know what I'm saying, on their agenda or on their mind. They come with the intentions of having a good time. So everybody's coming with the intention to have a good time. Pretty much gonna have a good time with less worries or something. But we got that security.
Okay. How did you feel when putting together mic fights when you first started till now?
It's a lot easier with a team.
Okay.
But when you keep yourself focused and driven, you can still do with your team was doing. You know what I'm saying? For any reason, you won't have that team no more, because at some time, you got to stand on your own, period.
Mm-hmm.
So in that regards, like, you know, it's still the same dedication, just maxed up, because I got to stay on top of everything, but by hands-on, not just, hey, what we got going on, what's going on with that, what's up with this, you know what I'm saying? So now it's more responsibility to be more involved, and I'm cool with that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what it takes to, you know what I'm saying, run it even better than it's already being ran. You know what I'm saying? It might not be that it's not being done right. It's just, you know what you want, you know how you want it. You know, then real life. You say sometimes the team has things going on that's out of their control for, you know what I'm saying, certain parts. So you got to be able to hold it down.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, it's my creation, so it'll be, you know what I'm saying, it'll be my responsibility.
Okay. Now, I ain't trying to get you in trouble. But this right here about to get real. Who was the worst performance at Mike fights?
I would say that, and he's a good battler. Because let me just say this first. It's like a random fight. You might win, you might lose. You might do good, you might not do so good. You know what I'm saying? Where other fights you might win and you might be the beast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you
other
baiting
fights,
this one up, ain't
you
you?
might barely win. You know what I'm saying? So let me just throw that out there. Because the person is actually a good battler. Bomber Black had the worst performance in the history of. I don't think he came in as prepared. I can't make no excuses for him. I could just say what I felt like might have contributed to that performance not being one of his better ones.
Okay.
So that's why I say that.
Okay. I know we touched on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Mike fights when it was the battleground, but I seen that it transitioned. So, how did Mike fights from when you started transition to what it is today? Because today you got people performing, you got people doing shows. It ain't like it used to be, which is a good thing because, you know, change come with every business. Every business change. You can't stay the same forever. The future is inedible. So how did you get to that transformation?
Okay, well now with the battleground thing, that was actually like a little tryout sub, you know what I'm saying, thing that we did one time. As far as Mike fight and the transition, we started out strictly battles. As time went by, how to draw the crowd in, you know, as far as on the marketing end, how to draw the crowd in to bring more, you know what I'm saying, more people. So one, the room looks fuller. Two, there's more people to open up to what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all do battle rap? I like battle rap. I didn't know that there was battle rap, blah, blah, blah. So it's to open up, you know what I'm saying, that door more for the battlers. Start bringing the performances in. You start changing the dynamic of your crowd. So in that regards, transitioning into having a music performance, it's just giving the people that are coming out, you know, a little more for their money. You know what I'm saying? And because we appreciate them coming out, let's give them some additional entertainment.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we got a couple more things up the sleeve as we go along. So, you know, just to kind of cross the markets a little more.
Okay. Even though I know you already touched on this plenty of times through the interview, you know, how long Mike fights been around?
It was either March 14th or March 17th of 2017. I want to say it's March 14th of 2017 when I first, you know what I'm saying, just got the whole total idea for a mic fight and started making it work. Because we had our first event April of 2017, so that's 5 years. Yeah, because we're in April now.
Yep.
So the return was actually our 5th year anniversary.
Ooh, happy anniversary to Mic Fights,
Appreciate
y'all.
that,
You know?
Like I said, we had the 2 years off, but you know, still doing a little promotion here and there, me promoting it, being a walking billboard, you know, because I'm one way or another, something I got going on, as you see from the hat to the shirt,
Yeah.
to the topic, you know what I'm saying, I'm all about pushing the brand
Always.
of some sort, so I don't think there's anybody, I know it ain't nobody that can honestly say that we've done bad business, or that I've done bad business, especially when it comes to the money. And that's all anybody care about nowadays is the money.
Yep. But that's only the people that ain't like us, like me and you. We are people who are passionate about what we do.
Exactly.
So the money don't matter to us. It's all about the people around us that are satisfied.
Yeah.
Cause that's what we shoot for, satisfaction.
Definitely.
You know? Definitely. Now, when it comes to setting up mic fights, what kind of environment you want the crowd to come to?
I just want to come into, like, in comparison to, say, a block party.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Between a block party, house party. You know what I'm saying? With a little twist of the club, because you had your DJ and your performances. You know what I'm saying? It's all facilitated, you know, with your security. So that's where the club aspect come into it, you know. But yeah, I just I want everybody to come into a popping environment, you know. So where it's just you know what I'm saying?
Cause that's how I be feeling when I be watching it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I be watching and I be like,
People
like,
I might have should have went. When people not battling,
yeah,
you gonna have different people going live. You know what I'm saying? As I catch it online, I share it so
True.
people can get that inside look from the outside. So now it's like, okay, I got an idea of what to expect. So one, you could decide, yeah, that's somewhere I want to go, or yeah, I'm gonna just stay here and watch it on TV.
that's it.
But we're gonna bring you the battle footages so that way, if you didn't get a chance to be there, because yeah, you know, with it being a Sunday evening, we understand some people got that, you know what I'm saying, them certain priorities that, you know what I'm saying, stand stronger with one or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, if you're not able to make it, that's why we dropped the footage. That's why I have, you know what I'm saying, Aaron Bays from Alpha Eye Films there to capture it. You know what I'm saying? At least the performances of the battles.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else will make sure y'all get to see all the other behind the scenes
Yeah,
of
cause
the event.
I stay tuned like a TV show that I love on Mic Fights.
Okay.
No cap.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Bad Pat Radio been watching Mic Fights before Bad Pat Radio was even created, just to let people know.
Yeah, it's an honor.
And that's just being real. How you feel about picking sides?
I try not to. I try not to. Like, I try. I mean, I got a battler that I like better than the other. You know what I'm saying? I got battlers that, you know, certain battles just, you know what I'm saying, stay with me more. But as far as picking sides, I stay as neutral as possible. Now, when you want to talk about, oh, how do you think this person would do against that person? Yeah, I get biased just like anybody else. You know, I got my ultimate favorite, which is Chuck Raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude can really spit his energy, you know what I'm saying? Then his dedication. So, like, yeah.
Okay.
Anybody go up against, I'm putting my money on Chuck.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you know what I'm saying, now, but I'm man enough that if Chuck didn't do as good, you know what I'm saying, I'm not about to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? You got that. That's where my unbiasedness stops. Like, facts is facts. You know what I'm saying? Opinions is opinions. Some facts are based off of opinions, but like, just being human.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If me and him sit there talking like, hey, you know, you could have this, that, or third, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? So Like, don't get it twisted and think that I'm not gonna keep it real.
That part.
You know.
Y'all relationship, I ain't gonna much lie, and I'm gonna put this in the interview too. The way y'all relationship is with you and Chuck, that's how me and Showtime is. Like, I'm the nigga that come to Showtime and I tell him, you know, what it is.
That's what's up.
If he like it or not. That's my brother. Like, he's the first person, like, before I started doing Backpack Radio, people don't know, I was Poppy Swag. I was a rapper. I was a rapper, man. But he the one that really did introduce me to everybody. That's how I met you. That's how I met Smoot the Fool. That's how I met Lady Rain. That's how I met everybody, though. That's how I met everybody. And like I'm saying, I'm not from here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I like how you don't like if you don't sugarcoat nothing. If you mess with somebody, you let them know how it is, and I respect that about you too.
You got to. I mean,
Yeah.
People gonna get mad for whatever reason, but a person, once they get over being mad, they're gonna appreciate that you kept it real.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you say, hey, I didn't mean for it to come off like that. This is my main point in case.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Like, I'm gonna tell you why I'm telling you what I'm telling you.
Okay. How you feel about your boy Charleston White?
A lot of smoke. I mean, like, whatever his intent is, hey, that's his intent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock that man, whether I agree with some of the things that he says or not. You know what I'm saying? That man's doing whatever he's, you know what I'm saying, want to do.
True.
He's saying what he want to say. So on that end, having that, you know what I'm saying, that heart and that gut to do that and accept the repercussions, hey, salute to him on that aspect of it. You
That
know what
part,
I'm saying?
for real.
Because he's one of the most talked about people out here.
He is.
And whether you like him or you hate him, like, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of talk about him in all these different circles. So, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be relevant for some years. And, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be one of those people that, yo, y'all remember that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, on that end, if it's a business move or whatever, just how he genuinely is, you know, you ain't gotta respect it, but, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm still gonna give him his props. If his intention was to just be in the public eye more than the average, then, you know, salute to him on accomplishing that.
Exactly. And then I'm glad that, you know, when it comes to picking sides, we had a discussion. So I want to ask you, like, how do you feel about how rappers is nowadays with, you know, with the killing, the beefing, like they make it like a must in the rap game. But mic fights, you know, the reason I'm asking this because I know mic fights, they don't condone that. They condone, if you got problems, we could squash it verse to verse, song for song. That is a unique way to squash a lot of problems. And people don't even see your bigger vision. You know what I'm saying? And then when you told me your vision, I saw that's what I saw. You is mending people together, let out all their differences to put it aside, you know? But to see how the industry is, how do you look at the beefing, the killing? Because there's a lot of killings going on lately It's a lot of killings going on. People drop it every month. Like every month, somebody dead in the rap game. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you feel about that?
Disappointed. Because at some point, you gotta realize that you can crash out and be the man. But what good is that to your family? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and the people that may be in your circle that, you know what I'm saying, or like just people in general that love you and care about you genuinely, how fair is that to them?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's gonna have a problem with somebody at some point in time over something. But is it really that necessary? You know, I mean, and there might be a time where I contradict what I'm saying right now. There might be a time in self-defense that something could possibly happen, but that's in self-defense.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the parameters of it, because if one person kills another person, now there's gonna be more people trying to come kill that person.
True.
And their people is gonna be trying to kill those people. And it's just gonna be ongoing. So if it's music or, you know, a love interest, it ain't that serious. It ain't. Honestly, it ain't. At the end of the day, I understand, you know, difference of opinions, but when you look at it, if people depend on you, and you go out there and do something to somebody else, and you get locked up, what happens to them?
Any wild stories in your line of work?
I don't, you know, say everything that happened, like, I don't regret it, because there's some sort of lesson in everything, depending on how you want to look at a situation or a scenario. So, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't regret it. I don't regret it.
Okay. I feel you on
I mean,
that.
there's things I shouldn't have did that I did, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas, but I don't regret it because it worked out some sort of way, you know what I'm saying, to where people are still here. And some people are, you know what I'm saying, doing even better than they were.
Okay.
So, no, I don't regret it.
We here with Shug Diddy, y'all. I just want to know, and the people would like to know, how did Shug Diddy come up?
In what way?
Like, how did your name come up? How did you get that name? How did you get that name?
All right, I'm old. I'm old. So, I'm 43, you know what I'm saying, as of March. So, for one, my mother's father, that was his nickname. You know what I'm saying, one of. And, like, that's what he just, like, when he addressed people, like, what's up, man? What's up, bro? What's up, dude? What's up, girl? Da 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 da. He just say that, and that's part of how he got his nickname, because it was just, you know what I'm saying, that's what he would say. It was his little phrase. But for the entertainment part of it, and plus a lot of people say in certain ways, I'm like my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? My business sense is one of those characteristics that, you know, is influenced by him as well as my dad and a lot of other relatives of him, because, you know, we built with a lot of entrepreneurs, you know. So in that regards, with the name, when I was doing promotions in 2016, it's like, well, everybody got an entertainment name, everybody got a nickname. So I like to dress, I like to be fly, I'm stern about business, I'm good with business, you know what I'm saying? I've got a couple of them. So it's like, for the entertainment part, you got Shug Knight and P. Diddy. So it's like a combination of two bosses that both, you know what I'm saying, like multimillionaires, successful with business in itself for the most part.
Yes.
You know, fly, you know what I'm saying? They had their times where they had to get, you know what I'm saying, a little street, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I have different elements of both people without the fuck shit. With a name like that, from those two backgrounds, those business backgrounds specifically, how can you lose?
How can you?
You know, that people hear that, they're like, Shug Diddy, they remember that.
Because I remember
Shug Diddy? Like, hold up. We know P. Diddy, we know Shug Knight. You got two different, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah.
I like that. Now, I asked this from everybody from North Carolina. I touched on it on my last interview.
Okay.
How do you feel, matter of fact, let me say that differently. Do you feel P.D. Pablo put North Carolina on the map?
For rap, I feel that he had a very strong part in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first rapper to just really, like, point out North Carolina as well as mention different areas that I heard.
Me
Now,
too.
I know some rappers before him that lived in Fayetteville, like Dress from Black Sheep. You know, if you're class of 96, 97, 98 in Fayetteville specifically, then you know some of the other artists that have lived here, whether they're from here or not. So of course, because they're not necessarily from here, they might not have really harped on their time here.
Yeah.
Because of that time of their life.
That part.
But, you know, and you got a lot of famous people from Fayetteville. Little do you know, from the past. Before our times. You know what I'm saying? When we was little kids, if even born yet. So we might not be that familiar with some of those folks. You know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of researching your history of where you're at, where you've been from, you know what I'm saying, different areas that you go to. You know what I'm saying? Get to know those places and whatnot. Because as far as rap for after 94, 95, whenever he came out, like 98, 99, maybe at the oldest. So you figure for people that was really listening and paying attention to rap music, yeah, a lot of people, for my time, he could say, I'm the one that put North Carolina on. And I wouldn't argue with him because, like, his whole hook, like, North Carolina, he just kept.
Yeah.
So it's like, North Carolina, okay.
Know about Petey Pablo in Florida. Like I said in my last interview, I'm gonna say it again. Petey Pablo had people in Miami, Florida, taking their goddamn shirts off and spinning it around their head like a helicopter.
Man, that's something, look.
For real though, he really had us doing that.
Look, that one song, he inspired other cities and states to do that on their own. We might not have heard it, you know what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure we could probably find something close to it. It made people be more proud of where they from. You know what I'm saying? That ain't from the major cities of the music industry. New York, Cali, you know what I'm saying?
Atlanta.
Everybody always wants to say Atlanta, and it's
You
like,
gotta say Houston though. DJ Screw, my bad.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Shout out to DJ Screw, R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
Like you can't forget about him.
You know what I'm saying? Dallas now, and even North Carolina now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then I only really heard him. You know what I'm saying? Unless you a Jodeci fan. If you're a Jodeci fan, then you know that they're from North Carolina.
Exactly.
Just you research. Oh, where's this person from?
Yeah.
Where are they at? What have they done? You know.
And I'm glad you touched on that because a lot of people don't know that though. A lot of people don't know that, but they really from North Carolina. Yeah.
So you know, when you look at it like that, as far as for rap music, in my opinion, Petey is the one that drew my attention to, you know what I'm saying, music in North Carolina.
Thank you, cuz. Thank you.
So, you know, salute to that man. So, you know.
Thank you. Thank you, Shug.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. And anybody that wanna disagree with that, hey,
you feel me?
Disagree about yourself because that's not even one of them things I'm gonna involve myself in on extensive.
You know? Now back to the controversy.
Oh man.
You know?
Okay.
Did you see the Will Smith slap and how you felt about it?
Fake.
Okay.
Publicity stunt.
No, his wife divorced him though.
Who?
Jada divorcing him right now.
Yeah, she's trying to save her bread. I mean, you gotta think they power couple. Like your money, my money. I gotta separate my money from your money because you done messed up your money, which is our money. Yeah, I got. You know what I'm saying?
But that's messed up though.
But, you know
as a wife though, as a wife, that's fucked up.
It might be a business move.
Or they could be planning it together, huh?
I mean, like, you think about it. Okay, you about to have to break this bread, so to say that you ain't got it by yourself, Let me take my bread over here. You was doing something for me, quote unquote. So let me show you, because everybody's on my neck. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's FJ to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, it's like, you never know. That might, are they really? Will they really? Everybody's getting divorced every day.
True.
But do they do it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you know, it's one little misunderstanding we could, because after all the previous controversy, it's like, how are y'all still together?
That's the $1,000,000 question.
Just the social outlook. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. He could have handled it a different way. He handled it how he felt he handled it. So at the end of the day, like, he can only blame himself.
True.
Because he didn't have to get up there and do it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they feel like, oh, he had to do it because of his marriage to Jada. She divorced him after even doing it. So,
he should have kept laughing.
So
and sat
it's
his
like,
ass in the
even
chair.
if you wouldn't have did it, that wouldn't have been the reason for the divorce, or it might have been, and who knows?
True.
But that's they, you know what I'm saying, that's their life.
Okay. And I have a good question for you.
Okay.
When you reach all your goals, all your goals,
Okay.
what would be your next career path?
Business consultant. You know what I'm saying? From the creation of the business with the idea for the business. You know, what is the business going to do? What services is it going to provide? All the way up to just business development as a whole, like starting from ground and creating a multi, you know what I'm saying, whatever income, dollar income, you know what I'm saying, company, to where, you know what I'm saying, everybody's, because it's just, you know what I'm saying, branding, business building, you know, that's pretty much what I'll fall off into doing, just helping other people build their brands, build their companies up, learning how to market and promote their businesses, down to operations. You know, just the full kit and caboodle.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
that's
like
a new one. Say it again, full kit and
full kit and caboodle.
Yeah, that's a new one. I
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying? So bad. But yeah, so like with that, that's my main goal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is like something that I've been doing for years. You know what I'm saying? Build a company, and you know what I'm saying, train somebody in how to operate that company, and then just
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, sending them on their way with that company.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm saying, creating entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying, development, entrepreneurship development, you know what I'm saying, just shit like that.
Okay. Right now it ain't too deep, but I'm gonna get deep. This Backpack Radio, baby.
That's what's up.
How you spend your downtime? Like when you get a day for yourself or a couple days to yourself, how you like to spend it?
What's that? A day to myself, there's never that. Moments to myself, like I'm still working unintentionally, because ideas come off of anything. Just sitting out here, I got like 3 different ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, whether I can pull them off or not here, like literally 3 business ideas for right here. Yeah, like I'm always, you know what I'm saying, like my radio show, I'm always on the grind.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
Okay. Now, when you have them bumps in the road, how do you and your team handle the situation?
Run over them, check everything, see what them broke, you know what I'm saying, from the impact. See if it's repairable, and keep moving if it ain't. That's it.
It's simple.
I mean, you either gonna keep going or you gonna let that be the end.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, what was the funniest thing that you seen on your journey though?
Funniest thing I've seen on my journey. The Devi versus Bomber Black battle.
What was funny about that? I gotta ask.
God, that Devi is a nut. He was able to like really control the entire building.
Wow.
And we were deep that night. And with part of his scheme for the battle, he got everybody to go to Facebook, go to these different little posts that he was making right at that moment. You know what I'm saying? People thought he was, you know what I'm saying, doing something else at first. But then once they started going to the thing, they realized what the scheme was. And the man stepped off the stage for like 5 minutes and then came back and finished his round. And nobody even realized that he had even literally stepped out the back of the building.
Wow.
The man left the building and came right back.
And nobody didn't notice that?
And it's just like, you know, just to see like his opponent's face as Devi was going over his round.
That was disrespectful though. That was disrespectful.
But classic moment.
Classic moment.
Classic moment.
So, what are 3 key things that you look for before you say that you could work with this person?
Reliability, efforts of communication, and just being able to be of their word.
I'm gonna take it to another direction.
Okay.
Now, as you've been doing what you've been doing for so long, I'm gonna give you a general question because I don't want to limit you. You know what I'm saying? I want to unlimit you with this question. Who are your 5 favorite rappers?
Rappers of just
Period.
music, period?
Music. Period. It could be old, new, middle.
You said 5?
5.
T.I., Scarface, Cool G Rap, E40.
You still say E40?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, people be sleeping on E40 though. I ain't gonna must cap though. People be sleeping on him,
And
but he lit.
And of course Tupac.
Oh yeah. Dang.
Yep.
Now, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Out of all your 5 favorites, you done named some people that I love, like E40, Scarface. Scarface just had a verse battle with Ice Cube. And yeah, that's how you know, like, I'm a fan. But I want to know Scarface though. Which one was your favorite one though? Cause I'm a, like I told you, I'm a fan.
As far as Scarface?
Yeah.
My favorite song by Scarface? I don't have one specific song because I've got like a couple of them. Because like Scarface is that guy. But the one that I play the most, especially like the last 4 or 5 years minimum, is the song he did, Mental Exorcism.
Ooh.
Like, it's one of those songs you just gotta listen to.
Ooh, hey.
It's one of those songs you gotta listen to. Like,
Hey, you the pastor and I'm the choir. You get it? You the pastor, I'm the choir, nigga. I know what you're talking about.
It's deep.
It's like the pastor telling the choir to sing a song and the choir sing it.
It's one of those ones.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I have another question. You know, this about getting personal again. You know, I'm getting your personal life. How was your childhood upbringing with your parents?
I got on their nerves. My dad was in my life, you know, so they were separated, divorced or whatever. But he made sure, you know, saying that he was still a presence. Like, that's, like I said, one of the people that I got my business sense and drive from. Like, my dad was in hard work for what he had and what he did. You know, their backgrounds dictated how they wanted to make their future. So, you know what I'm saying, like, I didn't have, other than getting in a lot of trouble, I didn't have the abusive childhood. You know what I'm saying, not in the home. So, like, just out and about, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you got different little situations, you know what I'm saying, The older kids wanting to take advantage of the little kids as far as like beating them up, stealing from them or whatever. But other than that, like just getting in trouble as a kid is like really, you know, different little things I was involved in growing up. But outside of that, like I don't have no complaints about my upbringing.
You know the Kodak Black Justin Bieber party when Kodak Black got shot?
Mm-hmm.
How could that situation been prevented? If it was your event, how would you kind of, well, be like, okay, I want to make sure everybody's safe? You know, it goes back to how you know.
Of course, like that's a security issue. You know, and not saying that security didn't do their job, but they didn't do as good at their job. And it might be due to training or lack of. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the people per se involved on their security. But for somebody to have something on them inside, 9 out of 10, that could be somebody that's within the inner circles of that event. You know what I'm saying? Because you figure, for the most part, depending on who the event, you know what I'm saying, promoter is, they're gonna have their crew. They're gonna possibly have their crew members that are their security.
Quote unquote.
You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody got a shooter.
Everybody do.
So, you know, who knows? You know, but it's unfortunate. Luckily, it didn't end worse. But
For
you know
real.
what I'm saying?
He could have lost his life that night.
Yeah.
He been lucky he got shot in the leg instead of inside the face or the chest or the stomach.
And shit, even get shot in the leg, hit an artery, you out of here. So
For real though.
He was major blessed, you know what I'm saying, for it to still be in the leg. But yeah, it's just, you know, like, and unfortunately, sometimes you gotta just kind of be more keen to the type of people that are in the room.
Yeah.
If you know the people that's in the room and y'all have a certain rapport with each other of the masses, and it's a good one, maybe not the best, but at least a good one, you'll probably have less likely chance of something going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the city, you know, with extreme amounts of my appreciation, you know, the city has had enough respect to not mess up the event. You know what I'm saying? With whatever personal issues they had going on with somebody else. You know, and I appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, I want us to be able to have something that we can enjoy and not have to worry about every other event or every other get together. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know what I'm saying, ends up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Or worse. Because that's not what we want. That's not what we need.
Okay. Now, how important is respect and loyalty to you?
To me, you know what? Loyalty, extremely. Loyalty is in some cases, exceeds respect. In some cases.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree. When it comes to respect, like, when you just meeting somebody, what have you really done in meeting them to earn their respect? They don't know you, know nothing about you other than, oh, this is so-and-so and this is what they're doing for whatever this moment is.
Yes.
So the main key when it comes to the word respect is just don't disrespect anybody. Because I don't care if you respect me or not. I mean, the world ain't gonna stop. Just like the world ain't gonna stop if I don't respect this person or that person. But the main key is not to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot more accomplished if you avoid disrespecting somebody.
For real.
That's mostly important over everything. Just don't disrespect nobody. Definitely not intentionally.
True.
But if you disrespect somebody and they make it known, at least be able to be man enough to try to, you know what I'm saying, like piece up the situation. You ain't got to be a punk or whatever people want to try to make it out to be. You know what I'm saying? But try to come up with some kind of resolution without it having to go left.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, nobody feels like they gotta explain themselves, but a lot of times offering up something and well, look, if you didn't mean it like that, what's so harmful of saying you didn't mean it like that?
Yeah.
What I was trying to say was this. Because, yeah, in the midst of the moment, yeah, sometimes formulating what we want to say gets scrambled up and it gets misinterpreted and it escalates things. But, you know, just take a moment to think. Calm down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Look at your surroundings because there's other people. If it's a situation, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be other people around. Are you going to go home to your mama and tell her something happened to your little or big brother because you did this, or, you know what I'm saying, or, you know what I'm saying, refused to do that because you felt like, oh, that's going to make me look bad? Nah, people have a lot more respect for you in certain situations when you, as they say, be the bigger man.
That
Even
part.
if there's some sort of self-humiliation.
But that's only to the person though. If you feel like you humiliated. Is it easy to do the wrong thing than it is to do the right thing?
Honestly, it's equal. It's just as easy to do either. It's easier to do the right thing.
True.
Hey, look, I want to do this. This is what I'm prepared to do. This is what I expect back. This is what you can expect back. What's so hard about that other than, oh man, because to do the wrong thing, you got to put too much thought and planning into it. How I'm gonna pull this off. What I'm gonna do if it comes to light. How I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
When the world ends and money don't matter no more, they're gonna be the only ones to survive.
Yep. Right. But that's true talk though, you know what I'm saying? Because I deal with the homeless people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The nonprofit organization that I'm with, the main one, you know what I'm saying, that's what we deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you remember a time where you go to different little intersections.
Well, I remember your Facebook. You got a recent post on your Facebook how you giving away things and you said it was free.
Giveaways.
And you said it was free.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask a question though.
Okay.
What are the charity events that you do?
Okay, so we've got the Plug Life Club, which is me. Positivity, love, unity, God, greatness. That's what Plug stands for. You know, it's not dealing with drugs and all that hip hop talk. It's an acronym. So you've got that as my nonprofit. Then my business partner has Arms of Refuge, which I'm the chairman of the advisory board on.
Oh.
All right, so that's where we deal with the homeless. So I deal with youth, community support and youth development. With the Plug Life Club. So, and that's kind of a little reason for the Might Fight too. You know what I'm saying? Just a different type thing, but on a business sense, because of the opportunity that it provides. Because one thing is, when you at the event, there's one less crime somebody's committing, and one less crime somebody's the victim of.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my community support. So now, with the giveaways, it's donated to us, so we donate it forward. You know what I'm saying? And showing where, because there's people that we give stuff to that uses the stuff to do something good for others. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's get the products, cook food to feed others, and so whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, so they might be with an organization that does the same thing. So it comes in to us, we get it out to, you know what I'm saying, the public. And it's also just to show that there's some humanity left. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still people with good hearts trying to do good things, no matter what they past was. You know what I'm saying? I call it balancing the scales.
Oh yeah.
Because I've done a lot of bad growing up. You know what
Leave
I'm
a
saying?
scale, huh?
As a young guy, but you got to balance. You got to find some kind of balance in life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's sooner, later, you know what I'm saying, or now.
Exactly.
You gotta create some kind of balance. So that's my balance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Dropping gems on y'all right now, boy. How important it is,
Hmm.
or is it important to be relevant in your line of work?
It's definitely important.
Okay.
Because if you're not relevant, depending upon what you're doing to stay relevant, of course. If you're not relevant, then you lose impact. You know, being off for 2 years, yeah, there's people like, oh, might fight. There's no more might fight. There's no knowing when it's coming back, if it's coming back. So then when you do come back, it's not so many people checking for it because they think that you're no longer around or operate. So it's important to stay relevant. Just be careful what you're doing to be relevant because it can still hurt your brand. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel it's extremely important.
Okay.
Because how you gonna build up?
For real.
They gotta see where you came from, like your path, your journey. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning of that particular course to where they cross that path at with you.
Yep. Now, I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a part is consistency?
Like, consistency is it's almost everything.
Touching on your North Carolina own the baby.
Okay.
He been out here, shot a dude at Walmart, shot a dude at his house, punching his own artist in the face. Man, the man is active out here. Active out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? King Yellow addressed the situation too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just want to know, how do North Carolina feel, and what North Carolina people have to say to their own? How you feel about his activity though? That's the main question. How you feel about his activity going on out here?
He's human. He's human. He's human. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he did whatever he felt he needed to do at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And he gotta deal with the repercussions from it, if any. You know, like, he's human. I'm pretty sure I probably did a whole lot worse in my lifetime. So, he's human. Like, if it messes up his career, he just gotta accept that. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Because again, your actions affect other people, not just you.
Okay.
So the more and more money you lose, the more and more, you know what I'm saying, support for your people, you know what I'm saying, you lose out on being able to provide. Tighten up. Like, you ain't got to wild out like that. You know, if that's how you are, that's how you are though.
You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about your impact on North Carolina?
My impact on North Carolina says, or hopefully says, that you do whatever you want. Just put together a plan, be ready to carry it out. You know what I'm saying? Have faith in it. Like, I'm not even a North Carolina native. And I came up here and I was able to make an impact in North Carolina. Now that doesn't mean you gotta leave where you're from in order to do that. But you can make an opportunity anywhere. But it's good to be able to expand out. I'm just saying, I'm here.
Yeah.
Might fighters everywhere.
True.
So you have to get it out there to the people, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So marketing and promotion, those are your two drivers, even though they're one and the same in a sense. But just that, brand yourself, put it out there. keep faith in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That it's gonna make some sort of difference. Whether it's the difference you expect it to make, plan for it to make, or just a difference, period. It might inspire somebody else to do what you're doing that might be able to pull it off a little bit better than you. But if you want something pulled off, even if it ain't you that pulls it off, but you inspire it to be able to be pulled off, sometimes you just gotta realize that that was you doing your job and you met your goal. You know what I'm saying? Your goals could be met through others.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Might Fight led to 2 other leagues, the 2-6 Battle League and Let's Talk About It. You know what I'm saying? Salute to both of those entities. You know what I'm saying? And when I wasn't doing events, they were doing events. So it kept the circulation going. You know what I'm saying? To make the battle rap scene stronger. You know what I'm saying? Let's Talk About It was able to enhance it. Doesn't matter that it was him that did it. I'm just happy it happened. You know what I'm saying? So major salute to YM. You know what I'm saying? And 50. Like,
Okay.
both of them guys, you know what I'm saying, they put work in. Salute to the 2-6 Battle League, they put work in. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and at the end of the day, from doing that, my blessings wasn't money, wasn't, you know what I'm saying, the fame or the clout to say, oh, I'm the one that started. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Because from then to now I have access to a bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that radio show, The Grind Infotainment, on WDRB, our heart, you know what I'm saying, radio. To Big Mozzie again from BMP, you know what I'm saying? Because he helped put me in, you know what I'm saying, motion on that. But at the end of the day, my impact is that no matter what it is you want to do or you're good at doing, just get out there and do it. Put a plan behind it. Whether you got a team, which is good to have a team,
Gems.
but sometimes you gotta understand you might have to do it yourself.
Gems.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're stuck in a position that you gotta do it yourself, do it. I started off with a team, moved down to a smaller team. Now I'm out here on my own. And my first event on my own turned out pretty good overall. You know what I'm saying? It took place. For me, that's a win, for it to take place. You know what I'm saying? People enjoyed themselves. So, you know, and then also, you know, I'm on Backpack Radio. So, hey, what more can I ask for? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? And definitely hope that, you know what I'm saying, things continue blowing up for you and that, you know what I'm saying, you never reach a limit, you know what I'm saying, that stops you. You know what I'm saying? Because the sky ain't the end of the limit.
It's not.
Word up.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
not.
There's a whole orbit out there.
Yes.
So, you know, keep doing good work, keep doing good interviews, keep giving people, you know what I'm saying, that opportunity because you're helping them get out there, which is helping you get out there.
Yes.
One hand washes another, you know what I'm saying, both hands wash the face. Shout out to Johnny Blow for giving me that quotable. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just honored to be able to pass game along. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Each one teach one.
Like I said in this interview and throughout this interview, I known Shug Diddy before Backpack Radio was created.
6 years.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
6 years.
On the head. That's how long I've been up here.
Yeah.
6 years. And I've been a fan. I just started Backpack Radio.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
you
I
can't
really
tell.
did.
The way you putting in that work, you can't tell.
Hey, cause
You know
know
what
why?
I'm saying?
You know why?
What's that?
I learned from a lot of people. Like, I'm gonna be real. Showtime showed me a lot.
Okay.
You feel me? But he also introduced me to a lot of people. Now, I'm gonna be real. I love Showtime, but I don't look for him to help me with nothing.
No, you can't.
I don't look for no, like, he did a lot. When he introduced me to people, I took that as him letting me know, hey, I'm introducing you. The rest is on you.
He showed you where the fishing hole was, so now you know where to go. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So
And he really did.
That's all it takes.
He really did. And then I ain't gonna much cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he the one that really did took me under his wing. Because if I would have never met him, I would have never met you.
That's true. See, that's a great thing, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Showtime, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen him work, you know what I'm saying? I've known him for a while. And, you know, he's done a lot of good things with the artists and everything. So, you know, as far, especially on network, like, he's one of the good ones at it.
He just, matter of fact, nobody can't say this, but I'ma say it, because that's my brother. I don't look at Showtime as a friend. I look at him as the part of my personal family. I ain't gonna much cap. Yeah, me and him go through it, but that's what family do, you feel me? That's what we do. But, nigga, you ain't driving my Lamborghini. You know, you ain't driving my Lamborghini, nigga. I love you. I love him though. I love him. I love him to like. I love him to death. Like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be tapped in with North Carolina. Like, that was my first.
Trust me, I
everything.
understand and respect that.
Yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It's good that you as a man can openly, you know what I'm saying, admit that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't want to give credit.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to let it out the bag how, you know what I'm saying, they admire, you know what I'm saying, or appreciate what somebody's done or give them credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, you know, hanging around you, you know what I'm saying, help
open up doors
in certain ways.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we can go out and make a connection, but that connection might be what opens up that whole damn address book, you know what I'm saying, to a whole new world. Unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? You just, hey, okay, somebody I know, you know what I'm saying, we cooling it, and boom, somebody walks up. Oh, what's going on? Da, da, da. Hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Boom, another connection. And it just moves on and moves on. So, you know what I'm saying, for you to give that man his due respect, you know what I'm saying, that gives me even more respect to give to you.
I appreciate it, man.
Because it ain't a lot of people that's just gonna do that.
It's not.
Whether it's pride or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, I always think outside the box.
Hey, I got too many kids to have my pride. I ain't gonna even cap. Like you said early in the interview, you got people that depending on you. I do too. And my pride, I throw that aside because your pride is what hinders you from moving forward. Yep. It really does, though. A man who keep his pride ain't gonna wanna admit it, but he know his pride is what's stopping him from excelling.
Pride can lead to your demise.
Exactly. So, you know, okay, I know I said that was the last question, but it's not. It's not. I got one more just about talking. I just want to touch on this.
Gotcha.
One time. That shirt that you got on right now.
This one here?
That one right there. Fuck your feelings.
That's how I was feeling one day. Yeah, I was in my feelings, so it was like, fuck your feelings. I admit it, Shug diddy. I could admit that. I was in my feelings. Grown men get in their feelings sometimes, but it's how you know what I'm saying, handle your feelings, so I made it a slogan. I made it a slogan. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world, don't nobody care about your feelings but you.
Exactly.
So once you take a grasp of that, don't stop being kind and, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. But, like, hey, if they don't care about your feelings, that's the mind frame you got to have with their feelings. But just don't be nasty about it if you ain't got to. Sometimes you got to check somebody, but it's how you check them.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? That can make or break something. But, yeah, like, this is the new slogan. You know what I'm saying? These shirts will be coming out. If you,
Cause I want one
everywhere.
I ain't gonna even lie. I want one. I want one. I want one though. I really do want one though.
Definitely get you one.
I want one.
Holla at me at Shug Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Shug_Diddy at Instagram, Facebook. Shug Diddy. I'm Shug Diddy on everything. If you see the shark, you see that shark, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we be in that water. So,
for real. Sharks swimming with sharks, nigga. We ain't swimming with tadpoles and fishes, nigga.
No.
Sharks eat sharks out here,
no
baby.
little fish in these ponds. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so y'all want the shirts, they're going 15 each, 2 for 25, you know what I'm saying? Get the group rate. You know, like we'll have other merchandise coming out too. I don't have a name for the company that's gonna be doing it. That's something else. You know,
we call it?
But we're just steadily building fight shirts, you know what I'm saying, hats and everything.
With the
like,
fish, the mic on it, like you got it, like
logo.
Okay, cause like I said, I've been watching you before I made Backpack Radio.
And just so y'all know, I took my name off the logo for the shirt, so you ain't got to worry about, oh, I don't want that dude name on my shirt. I just want it to say Mike Fight. I got y'all covered. You know what I'm saying? So you can also go to MikeFight26@gmail. Put your orders in for that. If we're doing, you know, say like I said earlier, we got the radio station, talk show. So if y'all want to get an interview in after y'all, you know what I'm saying, stop through Backpack Radio first. You know what I'm saying, then y'all come holler at me. You know what I'm saying, but holler at my guy first. Then holler at me. The Grind Infotainment@gmail. You can catch the Grind Infotainment on WDRB Media, iHeartRadio, streaming live every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, we just got everything going on. Might Fight the 2-6 edition on YouTube. If you want to catch them battles, I got the Juice versus Static battle getting ready to drop. I got the Chuck Raw versus Ty Skill battle getting ready to drop. Salute to everybody that came through and performed that night. Y'all can catch me in a couple of Focuses videos. Like you can catch me on The Rise TV here and there. You know what I'm saying? So salute to BMP. You know, my last shout out, be on the lookout for Chop That's Me. You know what I'm saying? He get new music coming out soon, so you know what I'm saying, make sure you look out for that. And make sure y'all tune in to Backpack Radio. You know what I'm saying? Every chance you get, all the fire interviews, fire artists, fire, you know what I'm saying, anything dealing with entertainment, and, you know what I'm saying, some, you know what I'm saying, because we're not going to let them limit themselves, definitely. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put them on a wider platform. So, you know, be on the lookout, you know what I'm saying, tune in, tap in with them, you know what I'm saying, like, he got a good thing going on, and you might be able to benefit from it. So, you know what I'm saying, so we've got to work together, definitely.
Yes.
And, catch his interview coming soon on the Grind Infotainment as well.
For sure. I'm confirming that.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm Shug Diddy, and I'm honored to be on here. Appreciate you for the invite. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a good vibe. The environment is lovely. You know what I'm saying? That's something different that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, much respect to you.
Oh, I ain't gonna much lie. Like, you know I'm a type of person, I don't like to be caged, like, I like the free world, like nature and stuff like that. I mess with it. Like, you would never catch an interview. If you catch an interview inside a closed space, it was a request.
Gotcha.
If it was up to me,
yeah,
I always bring a person to something like this.
Okay. Hey, look, hey, definitely, you know what I'm saying, the different change environments per interviews, that's definitely a good aspect to have on it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, salute your creativity on that, definitely.
Thank you.